going on, guys? Team Kings of Games here. My name's Hybrid, and today I'll be showcasing my ABC deck profile for the 2019 ban list. With the loss of Brilliant Fusion, many people have been wondering about a new viable way to play the deck, and while Brilliant Fusion did get hit, it really didn't get hit, and you'll see what I mean in a moment. So let's get started. First off, we're playing 3 copies of A Assault Core. Self-explanatory, we're actually playing 3 of every piece. If you don't know what they do, clearly you haven't been playing the game long enough. Next off, we're playing, for the new Brilliant Fusion engine, we're playing 3 copies of Symphonic Warrior Guitar, as well as the 1 copy of Mike's. So what this card says is Pendulum Monster, Garnet, and Seraphonite. You just get the additional normal summon. It's another body on field. It's a machine type, which also can help extend into your Summon Sorceress and various other plays. Next off, for a card that we haven't played since Ancient Fairy Dragon was legal, we are actually playing 3 copies of Cock-a-Doodle-Doo. With the introduction of Borreload Savage Dragon, we now have easier access to a tuner to summon it, and we can potentially get up to 3 negates. And I'll show the combo at the end of the video. Next up, for hand traps, we are playing the 3 copies of Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. Yes, they're in a different sleeve color because I'm working on another deck right now that I didn't want to keep switching sleeves for. Next, we're playing 3 copies of Psyframe Gear Gamma. This is really so we can guarantee our Union Hanger stays on board, doesn't get negated, and if we have this and Union Hanger, we just have a free Reproducus for our game plan. Then we play the 1 driver. Next, we're playing 2 copies of Cyber Dragon by Yin and Yang. This is to extend for our Boral Savage play, as well as go into Mega Fleet if we do need to. And that's it for the monsters. Moving on to spells, we're playing 3 copies of Union Hanger, and then 2 copies of Terraforming. Self-explanatory, we need to get to Hanger as fast as possible. The deck can work without it, but you're not going to get the boards you really want without it. Next up, for extenders, we play 3 copies of Instant Fusion. Self-explanatory, we summon Panzer Dragon off of it, which allows us another level 5 machine type monster on the field so we can extend our plays as well as go into our game plan, which I keep stating. Next card we'll play, this is a very odd check choice, but I'm playing 3 copies of One Time Passcode. Basically, once per turn, you summon a Cyrus token to your side of the field, which is an additional extender to make your Reproducus or your Link plays. Next up, we're playing 3 Cold by the Grave, so we don't want to get hit by hand traps. Hit it with Cold by the Grave. Next up, for the OTK, we play 3 copies of Limiter Removal, now that it's legal, at 3. This card's insane. There's so many times where I've sent this off of like Buster, I discard it, I summon Griffin, and I set it back to the field for next turn, and I just OTK. That's all this card does. And then for the last spell, we play the 1 Monster Reborn, pretty self-explanatory, another extender. And then for the traps, all we do is a tiny solemn package, and what I mean is we play the 1 strike, we play the 1 warning, and the 1 judgment, and then we also play the 1 Imperial Order. These are just, if you open them, cool. You really want to set these again with Griffin, use them as discard fodder, and then just set it back. And with Imperial Order, if your opponent knows they have this against you, chances are they're just going to scoop and go to game 2 anyways. Any Sky Striker player who's good will do that. And that's it for the main deck. It's a 47 card main deck, and we'll move on to the extra deck. So, moving on, we do play the 3 copies of ABC Dragon Buster. Nothing really needed to say. It's Buster, it's at 3, why not play it? We play the 1 Panzer Dragon for the instant fusion target, and we also play 1 Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, so if we're going second, we can use the Cyber Dragon and clear your opponent's extra monster zone, and which also allows us to continue our plays. That's it for the fusion type monsters. We only play 1 synchro monster, which is the Boral Savage Dragon. Yes, I am proxying it because I do not actually have it, but basically what this card does is it's a 3000 attack body, it's a level 8 synchro, and when this card's synchro summoned, you can target 1 link monster in your graveyard, equip it to this target, and it gains Boral counters for every link for its link rating. So if it's a link 2, it's 2 counters, which is 2 negates. So chances are we're going into a link 4 anyways on our good best play, and worst case scenario we'll have 2 counters on it, but that's another 2 negates. Next we play the 1 Gear Gigan. I did decide to cut Cleafor Genis for this just because it's a searchable Brilliant Fusion now, and why I think honestly I'm not going into Cleafor Genis, or however it's pronounced, more than I would go into this. Even through playtesting, I would always end up wanting to make this searching my thing so I can extend, rather than summoning a Link 2 that's just gonna sit there as arrows. Next we play the 1 Nightmare Phoenix and the 1 Nightmare Cerberus. Basically nothing else to say. It's Phoenix, Cerberus, you need them. For the game plan, we are playing the 1 Reaper Duckus. This card is your main starter. Once you make this, if you can make this before your normal summon, you're gonna go through with your combo. Moving on, I play the 1 Summon Sorceress. This is basically how you keep your plays going. The second you summon this, using Reproducus to make it, and its material, because you make them both dinosaur, you can continue your plays and go into the board I will show you at the end. Next, you play the 1 Clara. This is worst case scenario, going second. You brick. That's all you can do. You link off with this into, you link into this with your B attached with C or whatever, and then you get the A, and then you banish and you make Buster. And it's also an out to Secret Village of the Spellcasters. Next we play the 1 Nightmare Griffin. This is what I meant about setting the card back to my field. I primarily want to set one of the traps, but if I don't, I would set Called by the Grave, or I'd set a limiter removal. And what this card does is it's basically skill drain for any monster that's not co-linked, that's special summoned. And next we play the 1 copy of Borreload Dragon and the 1 copy of Boral Sword Dragon. Going first, I would prefer to make this. Going second, I'm just summoning Boral Sword, and I'm going for the OTK. Okay, so now I'll be showing you guys the 3 card combo using Cock-a-Doodle-Doo, Union Hanger, and Instant Fusion. Personally, I like to call this Chicken Little, but that's just me. Call it what you want. So how the combo goes is, if you're going first, there's going to be no cards on the field, obviously. So what you're going to do is you're going to special summon Cock-a-Doodle-Doo to the zone farthest away from your link zones that you're going to be using. I prefer to play over here. It depends on how you like to play. So next what you're going to do is you're going to activate Union Hanger, so I'll just put it here for now. Hanger is going to search you your 1 copy of Sea Crush Wyvern. Well, not 1 copy, but you know what I mean. So what you're going to do from here is you're going to normal summon Sea Crush Wyvern. Union Hanger is going to activate, attaching B Buster Drake. From here, you're going to activate your instant fusion, summoning your 1 copy of Panzer Dragon. Next, what you're going to do from here is you're going to link summon using your C Crush Wyvern and your Panzer Dragon, and B will fall off into your 1 copy of Reproducus. From here, because your hand isn't public knowledge, your C Crush Wyvern can still activate, meaning your chain link will always resolve, because unless they somehow can see your hand and become public knowledge, C will, they don't know you have a union in your hand or not. And B is going to search one anyway, so it's going to go chain link 1 C, chain link 2 B. So you're going to be able to search and then special anyways. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to use chain link 1 C Crush Wyvern, chain link 2 B to search for our 1 A Assault Core. C is going to resolve, special summoning A underneath Reproducus. This is very important, because what you're going to do is you're going to use Reproducus effect to target A Assault Core and make it become a dinosaur. So that way, you can link them both off into your copy of Summon Sorceress. And from here, you're going to banish, since you have ABC in your grave, you're going to banish your 3 copies, and you're going to bring out ABC Dragon Buster to either zone. It doesn't really matter. I'll try to make it clearer for you guys. You just have to move the zones. So from here, you're going to use Summon Sorceress effect to target ABC Dragon Buster. And since it's a machine type, you're going to want to special summon 1 copy of Cyber Dragon from your deck. Now, Cyber Dragon's a level 5 machine. Cock-a-doodle-doo is a level 3 tuner. That means you're going to synchro summon with the 2 and go into your Borreload Savage Dragon. Borreload Savage Dragon is going to activate, equipping Reproducus from your graveyard to him, adding 2 Borrel counters to Borreload Savage Dragon. So there you have it. You have Buster, 2 cards in hand still, which can still activate the effect and tag out. Hangers on the field, Summon Sorceress, and 2 negates with Borrel Savage. So potentially that's 3 interruptions on your field. Now it can be 4 if you were to have something like another extender, such as one-time passcode. Because you're going to activate the passcode, you just special summon a token, then you can link off Summon Sorceress and the token, and you can go into either Borreload or Griffin. So from here, since I'm going first, personally I'd rather make Nightmare Griffin, but in this instance, I don't want to give my opponent the extra zone. So I'm going to go into Borreload. And that's it for the combo. Alright. So thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, rate, and subscribe. My link to my channel will be in the description below. I'm hoping to start making videos if I can gain a decent following. Subscribe or not, it doesn't really matter. Don't hurt your brain cells. I don't know the outro, and stay positive. Later, guys.